I am live. Here we go. So good morning. It is morning time after a really big storm, and I was so excited to get out here this morning. Ooh, there's one. Looking good. I'm gonna wait just a little bit longer for that to get a little bigger. And there's another one peeking out there. More cucumbers. This is so awesome. I love this little climbing cucumber trellis. I made this out of sign holders. You could probably tell. These were holders from signs. The place I got my signs at had some extras because these were bent. So it was perfect for my garden. Not a perfect setup. I have some other ideas about making it a little better, but this time I used zip ties. Wow, I love seeing all these cucumbers. It's really nice to come out here after a big storm. There's my Swiss chard and my awesome kale. I've seen some people make kale chips. Sounds good. I might try it. Here are my marigolds. They are beautiful. I started these from seed. Everything in this garden here I started from seed, so that's awesome. And more marigolds here. My zucchini, they're definitely crowded, but I do have more zucchini this year than I did last year. They're definitely crowded, but I looked over them today and I didn't see any bugs. So that's awesome. A beautiful sunflower coming too, actually. I'm so excited. I have never grown sunflowers in my yard before, so this is exciting. My daughter grew some off to the side, but they didn't, I don't think they got this big. I have two huge ones. These are almost, well, they're probably about 5 feet tall. And these are my tomato plants, a little crowded. I'm not sure I want to do it this way next year. Maybe line them up a little better. Use containers again. These tomato plants were almost dead. I put them in containers and they look great. I have some basil. So these might produce a little later than the other ones. I have to get some sticks and stand these up a little better. I really didn't think they'd make it. And these basil, look at this. Awesome. Now on the basil, for them to bush out, you're supposed to pick the tops off these. They want to flower, but I just pick the tops off and they just keep bushing out. So I have been picking these a little bit, but they say the more you pick the basil, the more it grows. And there we go. Some awesome tomatoes coming. I have 3 different varieties here. I have beefsteak, I have cherry tomatoes, and I also have some Roma tomatoes. Oh, here they are. Oh, they're so pretty. Wow, they look great. So exciting. I don't really like how they're all bushed together, but live and learn, right? So that's that. Lettuce. I probably should have planted this sooner, but it is still growing. I have red lettuce. Oh, that one looks really good. And some green lettuce. I should pick that. Oh, and look at these. I'm hoping I'm going to get some flowers over here climbing all the way up. There's another one of those sign things that's going to come in handy for this to climb up, and it's supposed to bloom some pretty blue flowers. Here's my hosta plants, lilac bush. I'd like to plant this somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. It's still doing well. 2 lilac bushes. This is a hodgepodge. I did plant a couple beans in here. So I see the bean plant growing right there. So I might thin out around it. Just kind of seeing what's going to happen with these radishes that go to seed. You can get some radish seeds off of that. Some apple trees, and I'm going to show you my potato plants. They look like they're turning yellow, so that might mean that they're going to be harvested soon. I have to look up again about that. I don't want to take them out too soon because I've seen people take them out and they get these little teeny tiny potatoes. I'd like to see if they get a little good size. Here I have some pumpkin seeds I planted. Ooh. Pumpkin seeds, and I planted these a little while ago. I sprouted them in my bean sprouter. And I also have some beans here that I'm growing. So I'm going to see how this works. I planted these about a week ago. They're doing pretty well. And last of all, but not least, here is my tower garden. And I have pumpkins, tomatoes. This is about 2 weeks in. I have to look at the date that I actually put this in. But this is growing really well. I was a little nervous after the storm, but it seems to thrive in the storm. So beautiful. Calendula. Those are supposed to be flowers eventually. Calendula flowers. Climb, but pretty. Beans are going to climb, but they're pretty flowers. Yeah, that's what I want. I wish I had more flowers. I was going for more flowers this year, but not enough. Next year I'm going to add more flowers. These are lettuces, and these I started from seed. And that was kind of a little bit of an experiment because I didn't want to deal with seeding inside and then planting in the tower. I'm like, it's summer, why not just plant it right in the tower? So that's what I did. So these should be lettuces all across the top, and should be pretty. Some people grow celery at the top here, radishes, carrots. I hope to try that sometime. These are strawberries, so I'm hoping that the strawberries are going to just, vine down. Wow, look at this one. This one looks happy. I love how they kind of start growing down and then they go up toward the sun. So that is such a beautiful flower. So this one only has one little sprout right there. Thank you, Betty. So this is my tower garden. This is new. This is brand new. I just started it. I saw a friend of mine on Facebook and I said, I've got to try it. It's supposed to grow things faster. And I have pumpkins down here. It has water. You can hear the water inside. The water is inside and it's kind of like a bubbler. It bubbles up and it waters all the plants. And they look very happy. So, it's not just for looks though, it is also for food. To have food to eat in the winter. And this friend of mine that I saw, she has one and she actually has 5 of them. I can really see how this can be addicting. So they are kind of expensive. So for me, I'm just trying one right now. This is a tower garden with an extension. So without the extension would be up to here. Okay, these 1, 2 are extensions. So I was asked the other day how many holes there are. Let's see, there's 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 24 plus 16. So that's 40. So there's 40 holes there. The top part is supposed to be for microgreens. And the bottom, you're supposed to be able to grow just about anything. But the top, I think, is reserved for, you can do like celery, radishes, any kind of a root type thing. All right, so that's it for my morning garden update. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Goodbye.